Yo, good day, everyone. It is I, your boy. What's good? Today we're doing another feedback stream. And, yeah, that is what we do here. So, in case you're not familiar with the feedback streams, submissions are currently closed, but if you want to submit, join the Discord and submit to #feedbackstream at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll be going over all the Senate tracks first, and then all of the courts, and then everyone else who submitted to the stream. If there's a queue of donation skips, we'll alternate between donation skips and normal submissions. We'll try to fill up about 2 hours of feedbacking, and this is for constructive criticism purposes only, so I'm only trying to help you out, not trying to offend you, and these streams are every Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Alright. I believe it is just time to get into it. By the way, how are you guys? Didn't even ask. How inconsiderate of me. How are you guys doing? Hope you're all having a swell day. Yeah. With those things out of the way, I believe it is time. Doing pretty good. That's good to hear, then, dude. That is good to hear. Great, good, really good. How about you, dude? Oh my god, I'm really glad that you guys are having great days today. I'm doing good as well. Thank you for asking, Mr. Bucksman. Anyway, let's do the thing. Feedback. To start off, we have Mr. Throw Me with we began and are now continuing the beginning of the thing, with one N in the beginning. And he says, "Hello, Mr. Music Maker Man 2021, freshly graded a younging Optimus Prime Pizza John the Fourth." Here's the tune. I swear I only added one thing. Alright. Okay, I think we're good. The stream just temporarily broke, but I think we're good. Anyway, like I was saying, okay, we're good. Like I was saying, if you don't follow my Twitter, yesterday was my last day of school ever. Like, I graduated. Like, I haven't had my graduation yet, but like, yeah, I am done with school, which is very fucking poggers. So yeah, he was referencing that. Anyway, let's hear this.
Throw Me, welcome back. Hello, my name is Throw Me, welcome back. 3 weeks in a row, very unheard of. Last week we had a little sub and some drums, and now we have this garbage.
What the fuck, dude? Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Yeah, boy, I'm gonna... Dude, what the fuck? I'm not even processing this. Dude, fucking Dead Rabbit with the fucking $50 donation. He just dropped it out of nowhere. Oh my god. Dude, thank you so much. Jesus. Holy fuck. Yeah, boy, I'm gonna send you my latest work in progress on the Willow Tree. Dude, hell yes. Please do. That would be fucking awesome. I would love to see that. Jesus, man. $50 fucking dollars. You didn't have to do that. Thank you so much, man. It means a lot. Wow. Christ. Hey, thank you so much, man. That's yeah, that's crazy.
Drums, and
the fuck?
now we have this garbage. Enjoy.
Okay, that's actually really sick.
That's about all she wrote. So, see you next week? Maybe?
This is a cardinal sin of EDM right here.
Wow.
Hello.
Is that gonna be a new thing where we get cardinal sinned, and that, you know, it's a cardinal sin of EDM? Is that gonna be a thing? I hope not. Anyway, this legacy of Mr. Throw Me is being continued. In case you're not familiar, Mr. Throw Me Man has been sending in his tunes every week, and you know, has been adding layers to this here section where there's like music, and well, all of it is music, including these parts, of course. But you know, you get the idea. Yeah. this is great. Also, Bob, what's poppin'? All right, hold on. Let me open up the next few submissions here. Let's see, where are we at? Oh, right here. Okay. We have a lot of court submissions today. That's pretty awesome. Let's get to all of them. All right. Let's see. All right. Sick. Yeah, we're good. We're big chillin'. Okay. Yeah, let's get back to feedbacking. All right. So up next, we have, by the way, Mr. Throw Me, I just realized I didn't give you feedback. Do you want feedback? Because it's like kind of like a legacy thing. Here, just hit me up. If you want feedback on it, let me know. All right? I will be happy to feedback you. But, yeah. Anyway. Up next, we have, it is a feedback stream. So, you know, it's like, I will reopen the tab if I like, it didn't even process that I needed to be giving feedback. Anyway, yeah, just let me know. Anyway, up next we have Mr. Muha, aka Greg, with Tom is doing a little trolling. Maybe when it's a bit more of a song. Okay, beautiful, will do. Okay. So yeah, up next we have Muha with Tom is doing a little trolling. Let's go. Okay. Definitely needs to be a little bit more in these you're doing a good job of filling it in, like all the gaps in here. I think it is a little bit long. Like it kind of takes a little bit long to like actually get to the point, but it's like it works. I think just like not in this section. It definitely needs a lot more. Like just go and splice it. Just look up like horror riser, and you'll find a really cool like collection of samples. I'm not too big on the little like crash that plays on every kick. Also, that snare has a weird like stereo to it. And also the sidechain on the kick is a little too strong. Also, double check that your sub is not stereo. You really want you want to make sure that that's mono. If you're playing this over speakers, you'll just not hear the sub. Like straight up, you just won't hear it. Or like, well, like so there's different cases. Like sometimes like you'll hear it just fine, but like in this, like if the actual fundamental of the sub is stereo, then you're gonna have phasing issues, and you're just not gonna hear it that well on speakers. So make sure it's mono. The mix is good though. It's not like super squashed, which is good. And Mr. Dead Rabbit, I got yours. Sorry to pause your tune. Here we go. Thank you again for the 50, man. That's crazy. It's insane. You listen to trap metal and stuff. The 808 is very thick and stereo, so I tried to go for that vibe, but I'll try making it more mono. Yeah, see, like the issue is, like, yeah, like I don't know how. I don't listen to trap metal, so I don't really know, but like you really gotta consider the speaker listeners, right? Like I'm a headphone user, so it doesn't really matter that much. But if you are a speaker person, then it'll just straight up, the waves will cancel each other out and you just can't hear it. So yeah, definitely make it more mono. Like if you want to have a stereo 808, then have it be like stereo from like, I don't know, like 1k hertz or like up. You know, like I wouldn't really mess with any of the sub frequencies. There's not enough going on here, I think. Oh, here, perfect example. Ganymede. Ganymede says I'm listening to this on my monitors, and yeah, it cancels out quite a lot. There you go, there you have it. So yeah, it sounds good in headphones, just not speakers. But yeah, the songwriting is cool though. I will say that the songwriting is very cool. I would love to see like a little like maybe like a vocal chop or like some kind of thing in like the mid-range to kind of fill that up, maybe like a melody or something, and that way you're not just kind of having only stuff playing. Yeah, a good example of when the sidechain is too much right here. With that triple, or like the triple kick hit, you have like you can't even hear the instrumentation when the kick is playing, so that's how you know it's too much. Nice. Yeah, other than the stereo sub and like kind of like the empty gaps that I would love to be finished, I mean, this is pretty cool. So yeah, nice job, Mr. Greg. And I believe it is time to go to the next one. So yeah, up next we have Dead Rabbit with the Willow Tree Work in Progress 5.2. There was a 0.1 before this one, so all right. Is there? No problem, Mr. Greg. Also, in the he said something in the Discord thing. He said, "Remember, this track is in different mode than most usually produce in." Also, from the last time you listened to this, you mentioned that there was a note in the lyrics that sounded off key. It's fine, I promise. The note that sounds off, in quote unquote, is the 4th, and it resolves to the 5th. So it's okay, I promise. Haha, but enjoy. All right, cool. Let's go.
It's like heaven in her eyes. Her breath sets fire to his night. He can't seem to breathe without her near. She holds away all his fears. She keeps him close.
Sounding good so far.
And every time his heart beats faster, faster. She's sending me by the
So one cool thing I want to point out real quick is we're like a minute in, but it didn't feel like a minute. So you're doing a good job of making this sound interesting, sort of, up until this point, which I was actually going to comment on, is now you need to have like some more elements being added up, being stacked up. So it's not too, like, it doesn't get too repetitive. But yeah, up until this point, it's been like super like interesting, and like it didn't get boring. So well done.
tree, but its branches carried him to sea. She said, meet me.
Everyone's just commenting on the 5.2.
But its branches carried
So I will say real quick that the synths came in a bit abruptly. So I wasn't really expecting them to come in like the way they did. It sounds good. It's just like the way you kind of like brought it in needs some more. So what I would recommend doing is taking that like quarter note like thing right here, that thing, and then like teasing it in and like filtering it in and stuff. Greg approves. I think this could use like a mid bass, kind of like a gritty mid bass. Yeah, it's definitely missing that like gritty element to it. So I went over this in another feedback stream. I think I don't know if it was the last one or the one before that, but it was like pretty recent. I like just opened up Ableton and kind of like showed how I like went through like how I went about the process of making a mid mid. So I would check that out. But yeah, it's like it definitely needs that like extra like high end grit to it, and then also like just some of those like low mids, just that like clarity in the low mids. Yeah, it's missing a lot of punch, which a mid bass would definitely fix. Another thing you can do, by the way, is this is like some stuff that I use all the time as I get vital, and then what I do is I turn on the noise right here, and then I drag wide noise. So this is just like this wide noise is just serum noise exported, and then I made a second layer of it, then took that second layer, moved around, and then hard pan them left and right, so you get like a wide noise. So it sounds like this, nice and wide, right? So what you do is you go to here, and this only works in Vital. You go here and you put it to key track. Now what this does is it'll put it to it'll make this LFO follow the rate of the note. So if you take this thing, put it on 0, and then put the LFO on level, you get this. Hold on. There you go. So it's like that effect of when you distort like a sub. It like imitates that without actually distorting a sub. So adding this on as a top layer will highly increase the amount of grittiness that your song has. So especially if you do like something like this. You just get like a nice like extra punchy layer thing. So definitely check that out, and I would definitely add that on top to give it some more punch. Yeah. I think the layers could also just be a tad bit louder. Like your drums are like peaking. You can see it by the waveform. Like they're like way louder than your actual elements in the drop. So I would kind of try to raise either like lower the drum volume or raise the volume of all your instruments and stuff. Okay, that was stupid. We're back. I don't know. My OBS is being weird today. I hope that doesn't persist. Sorry about that. We're back though. Hopefully, if it fully crashes, you know why. It's probably my internet or something. But it like connects in short intervals, so that's kind of weird. We're good, I think. Yeah, we're good. We're good. It's my internet. Okay, so I'm looking for a little bit more sub right now, like just a clean, simple sub. Maybe like a bass guitar could be cool too. Just something to fill in the sub frequencies. something, I don't know what it is, but I'm not like a fan of the like the synth that you use for the lead solo. Yeah, the melody is definitely like really hard to follow because it's so complex. That's a good point. Yeah, like you can make a lead solos work, but you kind of have to still maintain like a sort of structuring to it. Like if you do it, you have to I think kind of like break your lead solos into like sections. So no matter how small those sections are, you can kind of like make it sound more structured or like more or less like chaotic. But if you do it right, then you can. So basically, what I mean is, let's say you have a little like let's say you have a solo that's this is what, 4 bars, I think. So let's say you have like 16 bars, right? Which is your average dubstep drop length. You would kind of divide it into sections where you have like individual bars. So like for example, I would kind of like split it into bars like 2 bars long, 2 bars for each section, and then in those 2 bars have a separate motif that you kind of write your solo around. So you can do like, this is not an instrument. Hold on, it's gonna operate it real quick. So I'm not gonna write a full lead solo, obviously, but let's say you're doing like something like this, like where you're, you know. Like a little. And now that you've filled up 2 bars, you can go in and then write something completely different. But as long as you follow this idea of sticking to like 2 bars at a time, and you kind of write your tune around that, you'll have a very like strong structure, even though it sounds chaotic. So that's how I'd go about like writing a lead solo. All right, let us get back to it. I was definitely looking. Wait, hold on. Oh no, never mind. You're good. I didn't get the full context, so I wasn't sure if the drums were. Yeah, you're chilling. Big chilling. Maybe there's like a way you could introduce the vocal again from over here and like put it here, because then you're kind of like making the vocal part of like the motif of your drop, if that makes sense. So basically, taking your little vocal, putting it like somewhere here, could be very cool. I think the main bass, the yoi thing, could definitely use some more punch through like use of like fat racks and stuff like that. That would really help, I think. If you're gonna have a drum beat like this, I would sidechain the elements behind it, because you've done it in the drop. So if you're not doing it in like a breakdown section, it feels kind of weird. But definitely sidechain that. Or maybe like filter the drums out as well, like slowly. Be careful with that impact, because it sounds like it's kind of like in the house tempo, so like kind of like 128 BPM, because it's going like dun, 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 dun. So I would kind of like use a different impact. I know that I have the same sample and I've used it before, so yeah, be careful with that. Second half of the second drop is still in progress. It'll be more like melodic dubstep. All right, dude, that's dope. Yeah, this is dope. And yeah, I can't remember what the off note thing was last time, but it sounds good now. So, whatever you changed, that sounds good. Yeah, this is dope, dude. And I think you've got like a really like cool motif going on here. Overall, like you've just got like a cool theme. Yeah, I mean, like the vocalist the vocalist over here is doing a great job. I'm not sure if that's like a sample or not, but hey, it sounds good. So, yeah, that's about it. I don't really have too many mixing things other than the drums were a bit too loud. But yeah, I already kind of touched on a lot of this. So, yeah. Yeah. Dead Rabbit, thank you so much for donating. I really appreciate you. That was an insane donation. And yeah, thank you for sending this in, man. So yeah, let us go to the next one. No problem. I got you. Alright, so up next we have Boxster with Bustum ID. Let's go. Hey, there you are. What's up? The drums are a bit quiet. Overall, there's kind of a lack of low mids that you could definitely fill in by adding a little mid bass. The sound design and the flow is really sick, though. Also, wait, he says something in the description. He says, move the second drop that you vibed with over to this thing that I'm working on. Also, the midsection is boof. I don't know what to do for it. Also, nice shirt, Nettie. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Though I have no idea what to do here. Okay. Oh, like in this... Oh, wait, I see. I think it sounds fine. I mean, if you really want to add something, then... Like, it works because it's like a, it's like a breakdown from the drop, if that makes sense. So, like, you're coming from the drop, you need a little bit of... Oh, in the next bit. Okay. We're chilling. Then. Okay, that's dope. Okay, now hear me out. If you're wondering what to do, here's what you do. Here's what you do. You get like an operator or something, and then you do this. Hold on, how do you do this? So you just make like a little fill like this. Like you every time the empty gaps exist, you just make like a Oh, you do this. So stuff like that. So you go like boom, like or something. I don't know. You just do something. And then if you want like something before that, just do some vocal tracks or something. I like it. Baby. The main elements need a lot more beef. I just thought of that. The bass, I can barely hear it. It's like not that quiet, or it's not that loud. And you need some like fat racks or something. Just slap a fat rack on it. If it's not loud enough, then just like saturate it until it kind of sounds even with like your high end elements. Yeah, that would help a lot. But yeah, other than that, there's also some weird like stereo going on with the impact, but that's like a really small thing. So kind of, I think it's kind of phasing a little bit. But yeah, dude, this is sick. I like it a lot. Yeah, drums are definitely too quiet. Definitely crank those a bit. But yeah, other than that, I mean, the flow is sick. I like the ideas that you've got just going on in like the midsections and stuff. The drops are sick too. For sure, I turned it down because it started clashing with the sub. And oh yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, in that case, just like find out a way to either have. Yeah, just in that case, I would just kind of like take away the sub, like just kind of hide it a little bit. Anyway, yeah, very dope, man. And let's go to the next track. Alright, up next we have DM8 with Love Me Remix, work in progress. Let's go. He said something that is started for the Cloud Remix contest. Went a little deeper for this one. I hope you enjoyed. Alright, dope. Let's go. Yo! Dude, thank Dubs with his $5. Let's go. Great content, dude. Keep going, and thank you for providing a platform for us. Big ups, dude. Hey, thank you so much. And yeah, that is what I aim to do. So thank you so much, man. That means a lot. I'm glad you enjoyed. Thank you for the $5, man.
Tell me you love. Tell me you love me. I had enough of this falling apart. I don't want to be at this time.
Thank you again.
Tell me you love me. You really ended up to my heart. Take me for a ride. I wanna see you shine, baby, paradise.
The note there was definitely off key. It's supposed to be like I think the I haven't heard the original, but I think they wrote it with a major key here instead of a minor, or a major chord here instead of a minor chord. So definitely off key. That is out of key.
Cause there's a virus in my brain, sending signals out to my brain, but I'm used to it. Let's see how can I reside in a place like mine and be suicide.
See, the note would work if the instrumentation behind it also indicated that. But right now you have a major, or you have a minor chord playing, but then the vocals are in a major chord. Like they're following a major chord, so it doesn't work.
So won't you bear me an audience to sit by your throne? No, I won't get too comfortable to where I hear you moan. Tell me you love. Tell me you love me. I had enough of this falling apart. I don't want to be at this.
Sounds good here.
Tell me you love me. You got the antidote to my heart. Driving 95 down the line. I'm not stopping for anything.
It like almost works. It almost works.
From behind will see me again. Better get used to it. Stop and hello, why can't I get a little?
Yeah, like the more you listen to it, the more used to it you get. But in the initial stages, it was definitely off key. Like it definitely sounded way more off key than it is now. But now I've heard it like a few times, so it's like I'm getting used to it. But it's like it's still out of key, so definitely fix it.
Time is with you again. Won't you grab me an audience to sit by your throne? No, I won't get too comfortable till I hear you.
also, consider this when you're like sidechaining the vocals, they're supposed to be like the main element, right? So if you're sidechaining the vocals, you got to do it kind of less to make them stand out more and like make them like the main element of the song. So I would reduce the sidechain on the vocals a little bit. But before these drops, I wish there was a little bit more of a pause because it kind of feels like just a really long loop. I wish there was like kind of build-ups and yeah, pauses before the drops, and that way they have much more impact. But right now, it definitely just feels like a really long loop of just like the same stuff kind of repeating over and over again. But yeah, fixing those things will help you get this song to sound less loopful and more song structured. You know what I mean? I like the songwriting though. It doesn't get repetitive, which is cool. Like that's I don't know how you managed that, but you did a good job. Like it somehow doesn't get repetitive. At least to me. Yeah, if you fix the drop thing, the drop issue where like it sounds like a long loop, then that'll help a lot. Yeah, I don't know. To me, it doesn't sound like weirdly. It doesn't sound too repetitive, even though it's definitely a lot of repeating elements. It's like I don't know what it is, but yeah. I like the vibes. I think you did a great job in the songwriting aspect. However, yeah, definitely needs some structuring improvements, and yeah, you'll have a really sick remix. But yeah. That being said, let's go to the next one. There's not much to say about it other than that. So yeah, DM8, nice job. Excuse me. All right, up next we have Ganymed with "I Can't Commit to One Singular Project." And in the description he says, "Sorry, I put so much stuff in this, but I don't want to submit a 16 seconds clip, so here we are. I don't know how you're gonna give feedback, but thanks for your patience, dude. No worries."
I usually don't work on one singular project at a time, so instead I put together this thing with a few small WIPs. Let's start with a chill one.
Ooh, that kick is nice. Wow. Yeah, I have my only complaint is the little guitar arp thing kind of gets a little bit repetitive. I would just put that up an octave in like the second half though, and that'll easily fix it. That's like the only complaint. But that kick, I love the low end in it. It's like really punchy. It works very well. Whoa, hold on, back up.
Okay.
That's sick. And yeah, I'm well aware that these are all like separate clips, so no worries. This one is missing a lot of high end. So definitely brings them back. But this vibe and the groove is on point, really dope. I wish there was some more stereo going on. And I'm not sure, there's like the transient on your snare is a little bit weird. It kind of sounds like a, like when you make a snare and then the body is like at too low of a note, so you get, it almost sounds like a kick. It happens sometimes when I make snares, but I would kind of, you know, get a snare that has a higher body rather than like a lower pitch body. Yeah. Really dope.
Okay, enough with the chill. Here's some dubstep.
Okay. Alright, man. Okay, so for this, I would recommend adding like a sustain bass. There's definitely like some missing punch, and I think adding a sustain bass will help with that. But overall, like, yeah, no, I think that'll solve most of your problems there. But it's missing a little bit of punch, and I think that's the main reason. Yeah, this is fucking. All of this is sick, man. And yeah, it's really dope. And yeah, it's definitely a little bit more difficult to, you know, feedback like really small clips. But yeah, I hope I could be of use. Yeah, man, Ganymede, you're fucking insane. You're really good at music. So this is awesome. Love the love the picture. And yeah, Ganymede, very dope. So yeah, that being said, let's go to the next one. Really sick, man. All right. Up next, we have Japanese with When the Hamster Be Escapin'. Chase him. Alright, let's go. The melody's kind of hard to follow. It kind of has too big of a range of notes. So like the low note is like way like it's like, so I'm gonna completely exaggerate here, right? So I just want you to quickly, I want to quickly preface that, but it's like your lowest note is here, and then your highest note is like here, and then it's kind of like scattered like this. That's kind of what it feels like a little bit. Once again, completely exaggerated, but that's, you know, kind of what I'm getting at. Intro is like a placeholder, but yeah. Oh, okay, cool. Then fret not, but yeah, that's definitely something I noticed about that. Yeah, this 100% sounds like when you're chasing a hamster, yeah. Oh. Okay. Okay, so I wish the main donk sound was a little bit more forefront, and like not like, I like the reverb effect that you've put on it, but you need to kind of like bring it back in with like a saturator or something to get it nice and loud. It's really dope though, the way you like the room acoustics of it sound really sick. It just needs to be more forefronted, yeah. I think the drums are also a little bit on the quiet side, especially the kick. Yeah, I mean, this is sick, dude. Hold on. I wouldn't put the kick on, like, you have like the saw stack kind of come in, and then you have like two kicks. I wouldn't quite put that second kick there. And if you do, I would take away or reduce the sidechain just for that one hit. Yeah, like the saw stacks kind of come and go like very abruptly. I wish it was kind of a little bit more I don't know. I feel like a rave stab instead of a saw stack would work better. Like a Fuck, I can't really think of like any examples off the top of my head, but just like a the one Virtual Right uses in Hysteria in like the kind of build up ish thing. You get one of those and then slap that in, and that would help a lot, I think. But yeah, this drop idea is sick. Really like it. I really vibe with it. And then the second drop as well. Cool songwriting. I think it lacks some sub as well. Yeah, definitely lacking a lot of sub. I just noticed. Especially in this section, it's very noticeable. So definitely crank this up a little bit, get it nice and loud. But yeah, Mr. Japan, this is very dope. I like what you're doing here. So yeah, well done, man. And we've gone through all these very fast. These have been some short submissions. But yeah, that concludes the court feedback section. So let us commence to the normal queue. Where are we at? Here we are. Okay, hold on, let me do this real quick. Thanks, fella. No problem, man. I got you. Alright, boom. Oh, fuck. Boom. 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 Alright. Be good for now. Okay. Yeah. Feedback. Okay, yeah, so Mr. Japan, well done. Love the vibes. Some minor improvements will make this track really pop, and this is a dope track. So yeah, let us commence to the next track. And up next we have Sanseon with 6th Floor, Pablo Rhythm. Read description. Hello, this is the finished version of Pablo Rhythm. It's meant to be a meme song, so don't expect anything snazzy jazzy. Also, I couldn't add anything else here because it just got repetitive, so it's just 2 minutes, 3 seconds. Enjoy. Alright, no problem. Let's go. You are clipping with the stab, like when you low pass it, you can kind of hear like some crackling going on. That means it's too loud, so definitely lower the volume a little bit.
My fucking minerals expired. A fucking course! I can't just download the actual...
My name came up with some. Moving out with around. Certain people that I know, they ain't know what it's about. My name came up with some. Moving out with around. Certain people that I know, they ain't know what it's about.
So, I'll just comment on this anyway. Like, I know you said it's kind of like a meme song, but I'll comment on it anyway. The vocal is definitely like doesn't really fit in this drop. If you wanted to use a vocal, you would have to kind of put it in either empty gaps or just like make space for it by like filtering down. But just having it kind of layered on top doesn't quite work. So I would fix that, and yeah. Also, the kick is really cranked. Like the kick is distorting super hard with the master, which is cool for like it can be cool, but I think you kind of overdid it a little bit. It's like, you know, like boom, like really bumping. Yo, and Think Dubs with another $5. Hey yo, for the dono skip. Yo, I think you've donated a total of $10 now. So yeah, for sure, I'll get on that. Thank you so much, man, for the $10 total. Shoot me a DM with your SoundCloud track, and I'll get right to it. Thank you so much, man. DM me on Discord. And yeah, I wouldn't like do triplet spam with the. Hey, thank you again. I wouldn't do the triplet spam with the kick clap, because it's like too long and it takes too long to decay, but then you're kind of like spamming it, so it's like you're cramming it all in this space. So instead I would either just do only kicks or just get like a chop snare or something and use that instead. I don't know what that says. What that means. A little bit too much high end, like ever so slightly. I think right now we're experiencing what's called what I call the distortion low end phenomenon, and that's what happens when you have a hi-hat or something. I don't know if there's an actual term for this, but like when you have like a hi-hat and let's say you have this one. So this inherently doesn't have much low end, right? Let's kind of like remove here. Now it doesn't have any low end, like any low mids, right? But if we take a saturator and just pretend like you're cranking this into the master, right? We're gonna just crank it super hard and then lower the output so you don't get absolutely blasted. You will get low end. It returned. So this is obviously exaggerated, and you know, not the same thing at all. But that's going in your track. But when you crank something into the master really hard, sometimes it'll give extra low end because of how hard you're cranking it into the master. So don't do that, and don't crank it into the master. Just kind of like take everything down a little bit, just like gradually by the same kind of like dBs amount, and then kind of mix by ear and see how it sounds, and go from there. Excuse me. Yeah. So I'm noticing that on the little background thing that goes like pew 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 pew. That thing, it's definitely prominent on there. And yeah, the high end thing that I commented on is definitely the rides that are too loud, and so that's like adding too much high end to the overall like mix idea thing. Wouldn't cutting the low end out with an EQ fix that issue? Yeah, but like if you're cranking it into the master, then the master's what's distorting it, so you can't low cut it anymore, because then you'd be low cutting the master. So you can't do that. You have to use a. If you don't want that extra low end, then you just have to turn it down, and that's the only way to fix it. Yeah, that low end thing has a lot of just rumbly low end. And also that like main element, the thing, right? That has it's getting way too repetitive now, because we heard it in the intro once, and then, you know, whatever. Second the drop, we heard it and it's like, all right, whatever. But we really need a big switch up, especially at this point now. It's becoming too repetitive, so we definitely need that extra switch up content. So yeah. That impact. Oh fuck! Sorry. That impact is making your like everything clip. You hear that? Every frequency that overlaps with that impact is clipping. You just kind of hear like the crackle in like the ears.
My fucking WinRAR is expired. A fucking course! I can't just download the actual files. I have to get the full zip and extract the fucking thing in my computer. Motherfucker, it's bullshit!
By the way, anyone who's in a Discord call right now, you did not just get disconnected. That was the song.
And now, EDM.
Nice. Yeah, anyway, like, I think the sound design is cool. Obviously you said it's memes, so it's not a huge deal, but yeah. Definitely fix the mix. That's a big thing. Don't crank everything into the master. It can be cool for like a specific effect, but once you like learn, once you get into like mixing and like you like really pay attention to everything mixing wise, you can't stop. And you'll just like always be happy with your mixes, which is like a thing I would never consider, but like being happy with your mixes is the best thing ever. It's just great. So definitely pay some attention to it. Yeah. So Sanseon, cool tune. Funny Pablo rhythm. Let's go into the next one. All right. Up next we have DJ Num with iPhone Redacted. Let's go. So the drum loop is definitely too slow to feel like head boppy. So by the way, I'm not too sure if all this is a joke or not. So I'm just gonna comment on it as if it was not one. Because you have the iPhone redacted, so that makes me think. And then also the image, and in the description it says released by Disciple. So So it all hints towards it being a joke, but I'm gonna comment on it as if it's not. So I hope it's not a joke. But yeah, the drum beat is definitely too slow, as in like the kick and snare hit at the intervals which are too far away from each other. So the funnily enough, the mix is actually like really good in this. Yeah, I mean, I think if you're trying to make this like hard dubstep, then you need to have a lot more dissonant sounds going on, and not just kind of like simple like square wave lead thingies. Overall the vibe is just really like plucky and like just kind of like, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of hard to comment on it, but yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, just it's really short, and I don't know, I can't like quite tell you what's wrong with it, but yeah, there's not enough like dissonant sounds to be heavy, but then it doesn't feel like it's melodic, because like, I don't know, you're not putting any chords in. That's also like another thing. Like there's like, it's just kind of like individual melodies playing things. But yeah. Anyway, Mr. Nam, the iPhone is redacted. I'll just say that, and yeah. The shitpost status regarding the title, the image, and the Disciple release is definitely there. Anyway, let's go to the next one. All right, up. Oh my God, you said 3 tracks. I'm just gonna listen to the first track because I don't think I want to. Yeah, no, that it would be kind of unfair if I listened to the 3 like full tracks. So yeah, I'm gonna listen to your first track and just call it a day. All right. So you said, yo, these are 3 tracks. Let me know what vibe can you get from them, so I can possibly name it something close to it. Also, I would like some feedback on each track. Enjoy. Yeah, I don't know. I'm definitely gonna listen to the first one. I thought you allowed a mini mix. Well, a mini mix is a mini mix, not a full mix. This is 7 minutes of content. See, it would be a mini mix if it was like a minute or less, or like 2 minutes or something. But this is 7 minutes of tracks, so I'm not gonna be able to, like, these are like 3 full tracks just kind of pasted on top of each other. So I'm not gonna. I won't be listening to all of them, unfortunately. Your mic is clipping. Yeah. I need to get in the habit of putting it further away, but I'm like too used to it. So here, I'll do this. Pretend like it's now it should be good. Okay, look, I know what I said, and I guess I wasn't like clear enough on that. These are like, I was expecting you to have like 10 IDs or something, and they were all kind of just like, just like short clips on each other, but these are just 3 full tracks, and so I can't exactly like say that they're, you know, yeah, I can't just like listen to 3 full tracks. Yeah. think it's missing like some grittiness, so like through mid basses and stuff. And it's also like I don't know, it doesn't feel like quite heavy enough. Because it's not like too much. I don't know. I can't quite put my finger on. Also, Cloud Music with the 10 euros. Let's go. Hey, yo, thank you so much, man. If you're trying to skip the queue, just shoot me a DM with your tune, and I'll get right to it. Thank you so much for the 10 euros, Dan. Dude, I appreciate you. Sending. Alright, sick. Thank you again, man. Appreciate you. I think this sub is stereo, and I can't quite tell. I know my headphones or like my ears are kind of weird, and it always sounds like something is being like panned because of them, but it might be stereo, so make sure it's mono, but it could be me, so oh, think, right, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I see your tune. Yes, I will get to yours. I'm terribly sorry. Alright, and then we got yours, Mr. Cloud. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you. Yes, alright, we're all good now. Should be mono. Okay, perfect. Yeah, then you're good. Yeah, so think we will get to your track after this one, and then Cloud, we will do another track of the normal queue and then get to yours. So that way it's like, yeah. Thank you for your patience. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know, it's like hard to judge, but it definitely sounds really basic and not too much like sound design technicality going on. It just kind of sounds like just like a melody and a sub and like a drum beat, and that's kind of it. It definitely needs more sound design going on. Like you need more yeah, like a mid bass, like I said, maybe like kind of chord stuff going on, a little bit more chords. It just sounds too basic. I wish there were like a little bit more elements going on, and then it would just hit harder, you know? Yeah, it just sounds like kind of, yeah, bass, melody, and a drum beat, and that's it, you know what I mean? Excuse me. But yeah, Kritol, I like what you're doing, but yeah, definitely a little bit too basic in this track specifically. Sorry for not being clearer on what I meant with like a mini mix, because you DM me like Kritol DM me asking like if it was cool to send in a mini mix, and then I was like, yeah, go ahead, but I didn't like realize what that would mean, so I'm sorry. Should have been more clear about that. Yeah, Kritol, cool tune. I like this one. But yeah, let's go to the next one. Again, apologies for not being clear. Fine, thanks for the feedback. All right, cool, no problem. All right. Up next, we have Think with Crowd Pleaser, VIP of VIP, a VIP of a VIP. All right, sick. Free, dude, it's free. All right, cool. Let's go. You speak German? No, but I speak Dutch. I believe you're kind of clipping in because you're like filtering it down, and the elements are like a little bit too loud. So I would lower the elements a little bit so that you're avoiding that clipping. I like that piano. Oh, it's not there. That one. I think the sound design is a little bit like on the weak side. There's like a mix of a lot of things going on right now. So your drums are like indicating that this is a heavy track, and like so are your like your basses are kind of indicating a more like rhythmy song, but then your the piano is indicating a more like ambient track. So it's like a lot of mix of stuff. So if like whatever you're going for, cater everything towards that, and make sure that you're really getting like one single vibe out of everything. You know what I mean? I think the sound design is also getting too repetitive at this point. Like we've had just kind of like the straight the straight eighth notes for the whole time, and then the same sound design going on. So I would do like kind of like a drastic switch up. So the synth sounds way different. Like it's like unrecognizable from the previous section. Every 8 bars, like make that happen. Switch up the flow, switch up the sound design, make it sound like way different, and yeah, you will never deal with repetition or like repetitiveness again. The hi-hats are clipping. I think I don't know if they're. I think it sounds like at a decent volume because the sub is also playing, so it's like limiting how loud it can get. But you definitely need to. I think the mix needs a lot of work. Everything is too loud, and so it's causing it to clip and stuff. Now it wouldn't be a problem, if it wasn't so like I don't know, prominent, I guess. Also, MC Swisher with the $10. Let's go. See Vish Swish. I think it's supposed to say Swish on Discord. Sick. Yeah, send me your tune on Discord and we'll get yours right away. Thank you so much for the donation, man. I appreciate you. Yeah, I got yours right here. Okay, so we do have a queue of like donations going on right now, so we'll get to yours in a little bit. But thank you so much. Appreciate you. Yeah, it'll be up in 4 tracks. Thank you so much for the 10 donation. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's really really apparent there. It's definitely clipping. Flat Out Beats, shoot me a DM after the stream.
You know what? I'm about
That's some
to
cool
say
sounds,
it.
man.
I don't care that you broke your own.
Yeah, it doesn't quite hit hard enough there. You need like you need a mid bass. You need more like kind of layers going on. So like you're like what you're doing is you need to fill up the frequencies a little bit more, and that way you'd be like getting a nice and full sounding. However, right now that's not quite the case, and you don't have to have like a full sound. But if you had those like you know how like earlier I mentioned like the mix of like elements, if you fix that and then you get everything nice and like sitting right, then fuck, I don't even know what I'm saying. If you fix those things and get your vibe figured out, like exactly what you're going for, and base everything around that, you'll have like a way more effective drop. Like with this like with this like wobble, I wish there were like some more like rhythm drums, but right now you have like a bro step kind of beat, which is kind of like weird. That's kind of what I'm like feeling is like just off about the song. Yeah, and like the drums just don't indicate a rhythm song either, you know. Yeah, I wish there was like a kick clap then instead of like a snare. Yeah, and again the wobble is getting like just too repetitive. It was like the exact same in the first drop as it is in the second drop. So just even if you like in the second drop, you can get away with like using the same elements, but just as long as you make some more variations, it should be good. Yeah, hi-hats are clipping again. Oh yeah, you can hear it. You hear it now. Now you have the sub soloed out, so you can hear the issues with it. Here, like you can hear that it's like adding harmonics. You can hear that it's like clipping, right? UBA check out more loose with the mix each VIP I did to give it more grit, Lamau, but I appreciate the feedback. Okay, yeah, I mean the thing, yeah, like the thing with like mixing is that won't necessarily give you more grit. Like it can if you're like I still don't know how to say this guy's name, by the way, but it's like HOL exclamation mark. If you're like him, then okay, fair enough. But he's going with the extreme and like actually making it like distort so hard that that's what's giving it the grit. But yeah, in this case, I don't think it's either do it more and just capitalize on it and just make everything cranked, or which I don't recommend doing, by the way. But or lower everything, get a clean mix going in, and then just add more beef to it with like fat racks, mid basses, stuff like that, extra layers, and that'll help out a ton, I think. So yeah, I think you've got a cool vibe going on here for sure. And yeah, once you kind of get this more like fleshed out, I think you'll have a really dope track. So yeah, let's go to the next one. Nice track, think. Alright, and up next we have A Last Disease with Nimda, Admin VIP Remix V10. Let's go. With our boy Phil in Discord. I think there might be a little bit much reverb on those brass shots. Like the dry wet is like too high, and like the decay might be a little bit too long. Is it too late to submit? Yeah, unfortunately submissions are closed unless you do donut skip. So if you want to submit to the feedback stream at 2:30 p.m. Eastern time on Tuesdays. Okay, so I didn't realize there's a few problems that I have here. So first off is the I didn't realize that the snare was a snare until it hit like for the third time. So that's definitely an issue. You got to make the snare more forefronty, and I would just remove any reverbs you have in the drop, and it'll sound way more impactful. Yeah, it needs more high end, the snare, and like the transient needs to be stronger. I would just get like a chop snare, to be honest, and remove all the reverbs and just pull and eliminate, and like just like, yeah. It also needs cymbals like hi-hats and crashes and yeah, stuff like that. And yeah, I think the main synth is causing too many. It has too many lows, and there's not like I wish there was like a separate sub kind of coming in. I don't know if there is one or not. But yeah, you need. I think having a separate sub and kind of making that like pretty clean sounding, so like only like one or, you know, like the main harmonic and then like one or two harmonics. That's the most I would have. But yeah, I would add a sub like that and make it like LFO like onto coordinates. I think that would really help you here. But yeah, the sound design is like really interesting. I've never heard anything like it, so that's pretty cool. I hear a hi-hat there, but it's like too slow is the problem that I have with it. Is like everything feels like really slow, and it's not like enough, like the flow is kind of being interrupted by that slowness. And so like having like an eighth note hi-hat or something, or like cymbals kind of on the quarter notes, stuff like that would really help with carry out the flow and make it more headbangable. That's kind of what you're looking for. Oh, here we go. Yeah, this is better because it has the hi-hats and like a clearer beat going on. There's a lot of clipping going on though, so be careful there. Very stompy, I like that. Yeah, definitely fix that clipping in like in the frequencies. Should rename it Soup Slurp. That kind of sounds like that. It's very cool. Yeah, personally, I'm a bigger fan of the second drop than the first drop. Just because of the drum beat, like that made like all the difference. If you carried on, like, I don't know, it's like weird because it doesn't have like a set flow, and like I wish that was a little bit more apparent in like especially the first drop. And the second drop is more apparent. You have like that wow 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 wow, like that works well. But then with the first drop, it's just like. You know that like diarrhea sound effect, kind of. Not to insult your sound design, obviously, because it's very cool. I like it, but definitely like it needs more rhythm to it. Is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, these drums just hit well. Like they hit better than this, for sure. So yeah, Mr. Last Disease, aka Phil, in the Discord. This is very cool. Yeah, definitely needs a little bit of work regarding the drops, but yeah, I think once you got that figured out, very, it has slapper potential. So yeah. That being said, let's continue to the next one. All right, up next we have Cloud with Audio Combat 008 Full. Let's go. No problem, Mr. Phil. The vocals got a little bit drowned out there. I wish they were like just a smidge louder and like EQ'd so that there's like room for it. So I'll quickly show you what I mean with that. Yeah, you do this. You have a vocal. I should really have like just a folder where I have a vocal and then I could just instantly do this. But here, let's get like, sure, vocal chop, right? Just pretend this is eliminates vocal, and then we'll get do I have? I don't. Wait, hold on. All right, let me get my my full shark bite song. So you hold on, it would be more better here. So what I mean is, now it sounds fine here, but like just pretend like it doesn't. Because what you do is you find like the fundamental of the voice. So look for the peaks in the EQ graph thing, right? So I'll kind of see one here and here. So I'm gonna just kind of like generally kind of get one like this, and then I'm gonna cut. So Control X, and then paste it onto the song. Hello. And now there's more room made for the vocal to sit, so it becomes more apparent. It shines through a little bit better through the mix. So try that out. sick. Kind of sounds like there's some kind of limiting going on. I might be wrong though. The snare sounds kind of weird. It's like it sounds like it's being limited, but I could be wrong. Ooh. Nice. The copyright. Apparently this one audio combat, that's pretty cool. Ooh, sick. Yeah, this is really dope, man. You said in the description as well, don't know about the name of the song, and I don't know if I should use it for the Nate voice to replace it. I think it depends on if you want to release it or not. Because if you do want to release it, then yeah, I'd probably like replace the name and the vocals with like something else. If you want to keep it, like the drops are like good enough to just like be used on their own, so you could easily just take out the vocals and then like replace it with something else. But the issue with doing that is when you're making a song with vocals and then you have to replace them, it's the most like difficult thing, finding one that's like that matches it or is better, you know. I have that every time I do that. You might be like in that case you might be stuck with just a remix that you can't really release because of the vocals, and that just happens sometimes. I've had that happen to a remix that I really like and I made very recently, and I can't release it because of that. But yeah, so yeah, it's tough. But yeah, if you can find a vocal, then you're golden. But yeah, this is really sick. I don't really have much to feedback, to be honest. Other than the key being kind of low, it's in, what is that, like B or something? Yeah, you're in B minor. So B minor is kind of a hard key to make the sub hit hard. So yeah, you get it, Throw Me, Mr. Biff. But yeah, the sub is kind of hard to make hit properly when you're on B minor. So I would recommend adding like a little pitch drop to your bass, to your sub. And basically you would go from like, you know, like a high pitch, and then, you know, when you have that pitch decay, it'll be at a higher note for a little bit, so like it'll hit better. So yeah. Yeah, definitely fix those things. Anyway, yeah, I wish I had more to comment on. Some of the sound design doesn't really have that much tonality to it, which I kind of wish it did. Yeah, I wish those things would be fixed up a little bit. So, yeah, it's like all right. It's not like an issue per se, but just personal preference. Maybe some more rises here. Yeah, but other than that, I mean, this is just a sick remix, so I can't really comment on it. And it's like pretty like bare bones, but like you're doing a good job of like using like minimal elements, so that's it just works. And yeah, that being said, I mean, I just don't really have too much to say about it, and I wish I did. But yeah, thank you so much for sending this in, and let's get to the next one. Sick track, Mr. Clad. All right, up next we have Hyperspeed with Rerun Theme Remix. Let's go. No problem. Too much reverb going on. Like there's it's like all the elements kind of blend together already, and look at this mix. Be careful with that. I don't necessarily hear issues with it so far, but yeah, definitely be careful. Yeah, just too much reverb. Definitely just wish there was less reverb, because it just sounds too washed out, and like the background is just like full of ambience of just the reverb decay. And so definitely turn down the dry wet a little bit, and turn down the decay time, and just make it less. It's like too much. Sometimes the kick distorts with the sub, so be careful with that. I think the mix is just too loud as well. Like, look at this brick waveform. It's kind of scary. You want your like your waveform to just be like a little bit more like, you know, like have more dynamics. And it's also because you have like your sub playing the whole time. That's causing this. But yeah, definitely be a little bit more wary and like remove the sub in certain places, make it a little bit less loud, and yeah. Songwriting is cool though. And I think this drop just goes on too long without like a change. It's kind of like the same lead playing. It's like copy pasted. It's definitely do some variations in at least the lead sound, octave, stuff like that. And I'm sure because it is a remix, there's like different sections that you can take the melody from. Yeah, if the reverb makes it feel too dense. Yeah, that's definitely the point, or definitely the case. The kick is definitely distorting with the sub. You know, there. Yeah, I wish the mix was quieter and more dynamic, so that way you don't have like this brick waveform. Definitely reducing the reverb would help a lot. Just having a cleaner mix overall would just really solve a lot of issues. So definitely consider lowering every volume, kind of making this mix less cranked all the way into the master. You know what I mean? And you'll avoid a lot of distortion issues. Yeah, your mix will also just not sound as squashed, which is what you're kind of looking for. So, yeah, that's about all. So yeah, Hyperspeed. I think the idea is definitely there, and I mean it's a remix, and so you know I'm sure the rerun artists are doing a great job as well. But yeah, I think overall the vibes are definitely there. The ideas are there. It just needs a better mix down. That's like the biggest thing right now. The mix down is kind of too squashed, too cranked. So yeah, definitely turn those down. And that's just about all I have to say for you. And also the repetition stuff going on. Definitely reduce the repetitiveness of it. But yeah, hyperspeed. Alright, up next we have, I think this is Swish, I think that's how you say it, or Svish, I don't know, with Unholy Blade Master. Let's go. Alright, peace out, Last Disease. Yeah, thanks for hanging. Okay. Okay, so that little like growl, the thing was definitely a little too loud, so definitely turn that down a bit. Also, they said they've been producing for 5.5 months, which is pretty impressive. Yeah. I think the structuring is definitely pretty confusing because you're using the same element for each flow switch up. So basically, if you want to make like different sections where the flow switches up, you have to use a different sound for it to like really be effective. So try doing that. And I don't mean just like a small like difference in like the timbre, but like really like change up like everything about the sound itself, and you'll get like a more distinct flow going on. And also reference like try following like an ABAC structure. So like you know, section A, section B, section AC. Look into that, and you'll find the importance of like having like or like how most pop music and stuff is structured, and that you can apply that to dubstep and get a really like solid flow going on. Yeah, because you're kind of using the same like screechy sound the whole time too. Your intros are dope. I like this. It kind of came out of nowhere. Alright, peace out, Mr. Beth. Okay, so with that, the flow kind of got interrupted because there was a lot of like empty space that wasn't being filled in by anything except the vocal. So I would bring in like, maybe before the drop hits, you can bring in like quarter note like cymbals that just go like like that. Maybe like a drum fill before as well, and that'll just like indicate that the drop is about to hit. Stuff like that. Also, if you have a limiter on the master, I would take that off, because it if you're using like FL for example, it kind of causes issues with how like it'll like lower the volume, but like it's not like fast enough to keep up with it, so it'll kind of like ruin your mix in a way. FL puts a limiter by default on the master, so definitely take that off. Yo, Yandy Beats with a $10. Hey Nitty, love your stream, sent a track on Discord. Yo, awesome, thank you so much, man. Yeah, shoot me a DM on Discord and we'll get to yours as soon as possible. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, if you're on FL, use a soft clipper instead. So I'm not sure how you do that, but just put it on the master. Don't tweak any of the settings, but that'll limit anything above 0 dB from going through the master. So it'll always limit it without the weird like volume lowering that a limiter will do. And yeah, Yandy Beats, thank you again. Appreciate it. I wish I had like a constant kind of like sustain bass kind of going on, because I like the part where like the telephone bass comes in. I just wish it kind of like stayed on top of the whole thing to give it more impact. Also, that clap slash snare thing has a snare layered with it, which will clash with the kick a little bit, and it'll kind of like lose its impact a little bit because a snare has like a note to it, right? So if you have like a dook snare, that note will like exist, and if you layer that with a kick, it won't hit quite right. Yo, Baldy with a $5. Let's fucking go, dude. How are you doing, man? It's been a while. Netty to the moon. Let's go, bro. Yo, thank you so much, man. If you're the Baldy that I'm thinking of, that is, by the way. Yo, thank you so much, man. Appreciate you. Okay, got you. It is you. Dude, nice to hear from you, man. That's crazy. Yeah, I think definitely some mixing issues regarding the limiter on the master. I wish it was I wish there was a little bit more impact in here in this drop. Yeah, I think some layering is also what you're looking for. If you layer some more yoinks kind of under your main actual yoink right here, like that one. If you layer some stuff on there, you'll have like a way more full sound, and also maybe some stereo, because right now it's like completely mono. So yeah, bringing those things in will give you way more impact into your drop. So yeah, Swish. I'm gonna say it's Swish. I hope it's Swish. Thank you for the submission. I appreciate you. I think you've got a cool idea going on. The intros and like the mid sections and stuff are really well made. So definitely keep that up. And yeah. Let us go to the next track. Also, let me check out. All right, yeah, Yandi, I got your track. Awesome. So we'll get to yours right after this one to make sure we're alternating between normal feedback streams and donut skips. So yeah, right after this one. Thank you for the donation. Up next, we have 0 Day with Soul Choke, by the way. The kick is a little bit too cranked for my liking. It's a little bit too distorted through the master. So a little, just like I would take the distortion down just a little bit. But this fucking sound design is sick. Oh, this Swish, sick. I wish that triplet like thing right here, like the. A bit louder. Yeah, I mean, it's fucking sick, but definitely too distorted for my taste. It becomes a bit too much, and especially since you're like, it would work if you just kind of kept it on the 1 and the 3, like the kick and clap. But since you like have sections where the kick just kind of hits in like repetition, if that makes sense, then because of that, it just becomes too much and it cranks a little bit too much. So yeah, definitely consider turning the kick down a bit. But yeah, fucking the sound design is sick. Yeah, and the flow, man, it's just like you have like a way of taking your like your quarter note flows. I'm just making them interesting by just slapping like a bunch of like other elements into it, and that's what keeps it interesting. So yeah, you're doing a really good job there, man. Yeah. And with the intro, I was a little bit confused too. I remember that. It was a little bit too like ambient, and like the elements were too reverbed out. So some of them. And like yeah, some of them weren't even being sidechained either. And now, that would be fine if you didn't sidechain them. But there's like there are elements that you were sidechaining, and then like there's elements that you aren't sidechaining. So you kind of gotta like pick and choose which elements do you want to be sidechained and not. Or as in no, sorry, don't scrap what I just said. You either got to go all out with everything needs to be sidechained, or don't sidechain anything, or like reduce the sidechain. And I would reduce the sidechain if I were you, because it becomes a bit too much. So yeah. Anyway, Mr. Zero Day, this is fucking dope. Thank you for sending this in. Very, very cool. Absolute slapper. And yeah, let's go to the next one. All right, up next we have Yandi with Alive. Let's go. Sounds like the little like acid base that they've got going on has release on it, and since it's like in the lower registry, I wouldn't really do that because it like overlaps each note. So like it's like effectively like you're playing two bass notes at the same time. So you don't want that. Cool tops. I wish there was a bit more of like a pause before the drop, and like some risers kind of leading into it to indicate that there's about to be a drop. You know what I mean? And like also the risers are like directly leading into the drop, so there's like it like kind of sabotages the effect of a of the riser. Or it sabotages the effect of the pause, is what I'm trying to say. Drums are a bit too quiet. It's a kick and snare. It sounds like the sub and like just the basses in general are like causing everything to be so like everything is being cranked to the point where like when the sub doesn't play, everything gets louder. That like in the you can skip the ending about at 2:16. Okay, got you. But yeah, as in like so when the sub plays, it's like lowering the volume of everything, so it sounds alright. But then as soon as the sub kind of goes away, it like will turn up every element, so like you've got this like weird kind of like, listen for the volume. And also you've got like reverbs and delays, I think, on the ARP, and I would just take those away if I were you. So basically mix it a little bit quiet. If you have a limiter on the master, by the way, take that off for sure, and just mix a little bit quieter, and that way you have like room for your mix to breathe, and you won't have that weird like volume issue. Vocal chops kind of get drowned out by all the elements here, so I would a little bit earlier on I explained in Ableton like how to like make room for your vocals, so just skip back into the stream a little bit, and then you can kind of like get a feel for what I mean. I was working with a track and then like another track or like a little vocal chop before that, so you'll like see it in the preview. definitely sounds like you have a limiter on the track now that I think about it, rather than a like the master just being too loud. So take off the limiter and it will probably solve a lot of your issues. And mix that way. Yeah. You said I could skip the ending. it's like midway through the track. That kick definitely goes too low, as in like you can hear it with like the distortion going on. Like it's like too low of a note. So I would replace the kick with like something a little bit more high pitched. Goes on for about 2 minutes, that's why. Okay. Do you want me to skip it, or do you want me to like listen to it? It's up to you. For a bit, alright. So I would definitely bring back the sub here for sure. I think overall your mix is just a little bit too distorted. Like it definitely, like, there's a mix of like, I'm not too sure if it's like the limiter doing the weird mixing things or not, but if it is, then take off the limiter, but if it's not, then just like mix quieter. It definitely sounds like there's a limiter on the master. Yeah, there's just weird like volume inconsistencies. Yeah, I think it's just the same. Yeah, there's a limiter. All right, yeah, definitely take it off then, and yeah, it just makes it a bit quieter. But yeah, I think overall, this is a dope track. I'll mix quieter next time. Yeah, for sure. It really helps. Like it helps being like happy with your mixes. You know, it's like I always used to kind of ignore my mixes and just be like, yeah, that's fine. But like it definitely matters. It makes a difference to be happy with your mixes. So yeah. Thanks for the advice. Yeah, no problem, man. I got you. And yeah, thank you so much for sending it to me, man. I really appreciate it. And I love the songwriting on this. I think the chord progression is really cool and the vibes are definitely there. And yeah, that's about it. So thank you for sending a new tune. All right, and on to the next track with the SAS ID. Let's go. I think we're missing kind of like cymbal presence, like the crashes and hi-hats and stuff. They're like a little bit too quiet, and I think you might have like some sort of reverb on it or something. But if you don't, just like I would just crank them just a little bit, make them a little bit louder, more present. It doesn't really have enough punch. I feel like to be like a drop. It needs more like mid bass presence, stuff like that. Like it needs more grit and mid bassiness, and yeah, I would definitely bring that in. Solo. Ooh. Yeah, especially here it becomes apparent. You really need that mid bass to punch through and like make this like super impactful right here. Like it becomes really apparent when you need that huge punch. And something I've found that helps is getting like having your sub be like the loudest element, right? Which is like, you know, like it sounds kind of obvious, but like being like taking down every element except your sub, that really helps with making your sub punch through really nicely. So I would recommend doing something like that. And I think if you're doing fills like this, what the fuck? Oh my god, dude. Yo, JKUB with a fucking $50. Oh my god. Dude, Jesus Christ, man. Yo, thank you so much. Jesus Christ, man. $50 fucking dollars. Yo, that's insanely generous of you. You're doing big things, buddy. Don't give up. Dude, oh my god. Yo, I definitely won't give up. Jesus, man. That means a lot to me, man. That is insane. Thank you so much. That's really... You didn't have to do that. Thank you. That's so generous of you. I really appreciate you, man. He's just like smiley face. Yeah, wow. My god. Yeah, dude, fucking thank you so much. That's just insane. 50 smackaroos. Yeah, man. Jesus. Fucking crazy. Thank you so much, man. That's just... it's too kind. 50 whole ass smackaroos. The volume of the lead solo kind of goes in and out weirdly. I'm not sure what's causing that, but make sure it's like consistent volume. Ooh. Oh, that sounds cool. Yeah, yeah, definitely. So needs more punch in these sections, I think. But yeah, a little mid bass, just kind of like playing throughout the whole thing will really help with making this more punchy. Greg does in fact approve of your tune, and somehow the button fixed itself, so that's great. Yeah, this is a very classic like sass, the sass drop. So you're doing a good job with your signature sound. This is good shit. And yeah, I really like this, and love the vibes and the lead solos and shit. So really well done, man. Very, very cool. Yeah. Very, very, like, it's very recognizable as your sound. So, well done, man. I think I'm gonna do, like, 2 more tunes after this one, and then call it a day, because I have to record a video, so... And I like, procrastinated that, so... I better get to that. Yeah, let me, I'll do 2 more, and then, call it a day. Alright. So, up next, we have TR Nebula with Suggest a Name, Thanks. Well, that's I don't want to decide that for you. You got to do that yourself. Need a name for this lol. I'm not sure if this is not sure if the super... I cannot read. I'm not sure if the hyper detuned lead works for the intro. Also, no idea how to make the build-up more interesting and fit with the rest. Also, hi chat. TR Nebula says hi chat. Oh, there you are. What's up? See you in the chat. That's cool. So far. I like it so far. I think your sub is stereo, so if you play it over speakers, it'll oh, okay. Here, shoot me a JKUB. Shoot me a DM with your tune, and I'll review it if that's what you prefer, and we'll get to your track. Yeah, I think the hyper detune lead works. think your sound design is sitting too much in the high end registry, like too much in like the like kind of like 2K like nasally kind of resonances. And I wish it was like a little bit lower. I got your tune, JKB. Thank you so much, man. Fucking $50. Still can't get over that. Thank you so much, man. That's crazy. Yeah, we'll get to yours right after this one. It definitely lacks low mids for sure. But the songwriting is really cool though. The songwriting is really dope. Ooh. Very proof. It broke. No. Very dope. Yeah, I mean, this is dope. I think the mix is a little bit, like, squashed. That might be due to, like, a limit. If you have a limiter on the master, of course, take that off. I don't know if that's the case. I can't really tell, but it might just be the volumes being cranked a little loud. So, yeah, I'm sounding like a broken record. I've been saying it, like, all stream. But, yeah, definitely makes it a bit quieter. It would help a lot. I think overall, this section specifically reminds me a lot of that glitch shot track from Disciple. Like this section. It sounds a lot like his new tune that was dropped on Disciple. But yeah, Tira Nebula, this is dope. You asked how to make the build up more interesting. I don't know. I mean, I would just kind of, if you like have like a motif specifically, then I would like just bring that into the build and then like not necessarily remove it. But I think it's fine. I think it works. Maybe a little like melody on top would help with that. And yeah, a name for this, I don't know. I mean, that's like I can't really. The thing with like suggesting names and stuff is, it's like really difficult to like estimate your branding, so I wouldn't want to like come up with a title for you, you know what I mean? Otherwise I would do, like, if I knew your branding like perfectly and like knew your thought process, then sure, but like I'm not too sure, so yeah, that's why I don't want to like suggest a title for you. But yeah, Tira Nebula, this is fucking dope. Love the sound design here. And yeah, I think just some really minor like fixes regarding like the mix, just being like make it a little bit quieter. Yeah, the initial drop I wasn't too big on because the frequency range at which the sound design sits not too fair. Or I read your message as soon as I like said the sentence and I put fair in the sentence. Yeah, I'm not too big of a fan on that, but yeah. Other than that, cool, dope. I've been talking for too long. Dope track, man. Let's go to the next one. All right. And up next we have Jacob with oh, I get it now. That's how. Yeah, no, it's supposed to be Jacob. I get it. With Venomous. Let's go. No problem, TR. I got you. I wish that like that little like melody that you have in the background, I wish that was a little bit more prominent and like loud. The panning on the lead thing is a little bit weird because it goes like kind of around, and that will cause like if you're playing this on speakers, then it'll be kind of like hard to hear everything, and like it'll just like sound like it's fading in and out of volume sometimes. So I would definitely recommend keeping it mono and then adding like stereo with plugins on later. think this, yeah, the sound design needs to be louder, and the there's like a lot of like empty space that I wish would be kind of like filled in a little bit with like other elements, or you know, like maybe like a little bit of like sustain basses and stuff like that. That would really help. And some more stereo would help as well. Yeah, it's just lacking a lot of punch because there's just not enough like loudness to it, and not a lot of like grit either. Like so I would add a mid bass, you know, crank some distortion, make it a little bit louder in general, and you'll have like a way nicer mix plus punch to it. Snare's a bit quiet here. Time to get on the old dots, but yeah. Yeah, I think it's just kind of like a common theme among like all the drops. It's just it needs more like saturation and like crankage, you will. Like it just needs to be like way louder, way more punchy that way. So yeah, once you and same with the drums. They also need to be like a little bit louder. The snare needs to especially be a lot louder. And once you get that cranked, it'll be nice and punchy. Greg approves. I noticed the reverb sweep earlier. That was like a little too loud. Yeah, it went louder than everything else. Oh, also, I just noticed there's like no sidechain. Definitely bring some in. Like in the drops, to be specific. I just like only just thought of that. It needs, yeah, it definitely needs some, like, don't overdo it obviously, but make it about as long as like your kick and snare, and that'll just help with like making it sound like more. It'll give your kick and snare like more room, even though you can hear them just fine. Like it'll just give them more room to like really punch through. So that's definitely includes some sidechain. Yeah, I think overall, like, you've got a cool idea going on for this tune, and once you get the power like figured out, you've really got a banger. Yeah, I mean, overall, I think the songwriting is definitely there. Yeah, and that's about it. I don't have much else to say about it. So yeah, dope track, and thank you for the fucking generous ass donation of $50. It means a lot to me. Thank you so much, man. And let's go to the next track. All right, and the last one for today is a Gush Room with Breathe Work in Progress. It's quite a paragraph, so I'll just read it on my own. And yeah, here, if you want to read it, just pause. All right, there you go. Didn't know you were supposed to sidechain the bass to the snare. You don't, like, it helps. It just helps with making it nice and punchy. You don't necessarily have to. It just helps. It's kind of quiet. Oh, this was made in GarageBand. Yeah, I got you. Jacob. No problem. Yeah, every element, like the drums are good, but like every element is just too quiet. It really needs to be turned up a lot. And you said that in the description as well, that you're aware of the issue. So. So the sub is mixed well in relation to your bass, so that's a good thing. However, I wish both the bass and the little like chord stack that you have would be mixed louder. So keep them like kind of in the same relationship, but yeah, make it louder for sure. The kick is also like really like knocky. It hits like a weird like resonance that I'm not a fan of. Definitely like, and it's also just to do with the fact that it's so loud compared to like everything else. And so just try to match your sub volume with your kick volume. Try to get the same kind of volume, and to get it like accurate, make sure you I would like low pass your kick to just the sub frequencies, and then mix your sub to that, and then kind of base it off of that, and then you'll have like a nice balanced mix. I don't know if you can actually do that in GarageBand, but yeah, not sure how much you can do. Gregor Bruce, I think you've got some cool songwriting going on. There were a lot of like empty gaps that I wasn't a fan of either. I wish they were kind of filled in a little bit more with like some extra melodic elements. Some more layering would help as well with the saw or the square wave thing that you've got going on, to make it like nice and huge and punchy sounding. You know what I mean? I like the songwriting though. Very nice. Yeah, it's a cool little tune, and for this being made in GarageBand, this is really impressive. So well done there. And yeah, I mean, this is just it's a vibe, you know. And all I really have to say is just mixing issues that I wish would be, you know, just a little louder. There's no like actual like problems being caused by the mix other than it being quiet, so that's good. Just feel kind of empty, yeah. Yeah, just some, not necessarily like ambient elements that you need to add in, but just like overall some, you know, just extras like vocal chops and stuff like that would just help a lot. So yeah, you're doing a great job with making do, or how would you say that? Like you're making do with what you got. So, and you're doing it well. So yeah, really cool tune. Thank you for sending this in. And just like that, we are going to conclude today's feedback stream. So thank you to everyone who sent in a tune. Thank you to all the fucking donations. Today was insane. Especially thanks to Jacob and Dead Rabbit at the beginning for the fucking massive donations. It means a lot. Thank you guys so much. If you're still in the chat, Dead Rabbit, big thank you to you. Gotta run, but I'll be around in Discord. Have a great stream. Thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, we're ending it off now, so yeah. Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow for a video, and on Saturday for a production stream. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you later. Peace.